everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And there's no getting around it. When you first look at Paxton Lynch, you see his height. You see 6'7". You can't get past it. But don't think that he's immobile. This guy has great footwork, quick feet, and moves around really well. And when you think you've got him hemmed in the pocket, he can escape in a big way and then beat you downfield with his arm.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Lynch. Finding time. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly, running the football.
So 2nd and 10 here. The former Cal Bear now, C.J. Anderson on the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Lynch to throw. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. Now the punter, Ryan Quigley, is on in his 4th season out of Boston College. Here's Jones. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Time running out here on the play clock. To throw, it's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The reigning Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Give him 16 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Let's go! Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Anderson. Shreds the tackle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Jones on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Play clock winding down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Murray. Cuts right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Lynch. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go.
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. And Fowler's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
1 quarter down. 10-zip our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From midfield now, here's Lynch. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. On third down, Lynch surveying the field. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But there's another example why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
Lynch here off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. The first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. On 2nd down, here's Carr. That escapes the sack. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
We ready? Ready. We're going to rally. Rally. Zebra.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Carr turns, hands to Murray. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ten yards still left on second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, we go Zebra. Zebra. All right, here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88.
From the gun, it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. offense. On now, the fifth-year man, Marquette King, to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first-half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
First down, it's Lynch. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Raiders are in a good flow now 2 straight weeks, and much like last week are playing well enough to win. The Broncos are just going to have to try and figure out a way to make a dent in this deficit. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Broncos open up on offense. Max able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Raiders have it at the 40. They're going to come away with another sack. This goes for a loss of 9. Raiders snap it from the 22. Murray's got fantastic blocking up front, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The Raiders push the lead to 10. 3rd and long will once again sack the QB. This will go as a loss of 10. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Oakland for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. They go with Murray again. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, we go rally.
The play clock's running down.
Here we go. Wide.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Hey, we go rally. Rally. Zebra. 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 Zebra.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
On 1st, here's Washington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr to throw on second down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. All right, 18. Zebra.
Play clock winding down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. A right side catch by Crabtree. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Justin Ellis in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Lynch. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable here from the 38. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Carr now on 1st down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. The play clock's running down. Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action. Now it's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. In motion left goes a tight end. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now...
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Time running out here on the play clock. Carr will look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. The return comes now from Jordan Norwood. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Lynch. And hauled in here by Jordan Norwood. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Lynch looking to throw on second. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Lynch. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first and 10, it's Lynch. A dump off to Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Bronco foot to reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second down, 8. To throw again is Lynch. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On 3rd down, Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now here come the Raiders. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an offset eye. Carr going to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.